Hey everybody, it's Ralph. Wanted to say hi, and since we're all on lockdown, I'm waving to my beautiful camera person. Since we're all on lockdown, I wanted to see what everybody's doing with their gear, so I thought I'd start like a little "What the heck are you doing with your gear?" challenge. Post it up, tag a couple people, and then you kind of do it too, so we all see what you're playing, what you're doing, what you're working with, anything you might be thinking while we're on lockdown. Also, want to thank Keith Holland Guitars because I ran in there with kind of an emergency thing going the other day. So I'm going to tag Keith in all the posts too. If you can add Keith's name, that'd be great. Anyhow, here's what's shaking. So this is my practice rig at home. It's really my gig rig, but right now, since I'm at home and I'm not gigging, and even if it wasn't lockdown, I wouldn't be gigging, but this is what I'm rolling with. So I want to show you what I got cooking. So right here is the base of my deal, which is a 1967 Plexi Super Trim, 100 watt, absolute beast, but absolutely beautiful. You can see that I'm going into the clean channel. I'm not even running the dirty side of this thing, which has been modified by Jose Arredondo, but I just don't use it that way. So I'm going into the clean channel through a splitter, but in the face of it, I've got a soul tone, which gives it a really cool kind of clon sound. Then through the loop, I'm running this Strymon Verb and this RE whatever, the Space Echo, RE20 Space Echo, with kind of a little bit of a echo, like a There's another thing I got going here, which is kind of neat. I'm such a tweaker that I write down my tone every day so I can go back to it in a few years and go, hey dude, what did it sound like that day you really liked your tone on 4/13/2020? I got these books going back about 3 years. Yeah, definitely 3 years worth of books. So that's very Rain Man-ish, but that's how I roll. This stuff up here is running strictly through the 50 watt loop. So my 50 watt, basically my Matt Anthony type of amp, which is much heavier sounding. Not my liking anymore, but this is where I'm at. This is where I go if I play with Matt Anthony. Sure, you're asking about the Christmas lights, right? We call them mood lights here because those get Santa Claus in the mood to bring me cool shit, okay? So the more I burn them, the more Santa brings. When I hit amazing notes, which is very, very rare, but in the event I do, I point up to this cool little note, which is my Bada Bing license plate. It's sort of an Italian tone. It's inspired by Italy. So I have the Di Chico pasta. I've got my pasta sauce that I start from scratch, but I use their tomatoes. And then I got more over here. Another cool trick you're gonna see is if you can come in closely, I've got my own cabinet down here that I had made, and it's got a Fane A60 in it, and it's got my little signature badge on it. It's really cool. Tone is everywhere in this rack. That's my main thing. I've been working on this thing since lockdown. Tubes, boxes, everything else. Went over to here, and I've got two 412s that I run it through. I run the Plexi through the bottom because it sounds warmer, and I run the 50 through the slant. This is out. This ain't happening. Those aren't happening. This Marshall right here just sitting around, but it is plugged in to item number one on the deal. Of course, the guitar is my Keith Holland special Strat that he made, which is absolutely phenomenal. I've got Tex-Mex up front and a custom 5, I think, in the bridge. This thing sounds amazing. Ash, wood, swamp ash, just nice and calm.
Maybe you could play a little bit of that.
I will
at
in
some
another
point.
video.
Okay.
Yeah, I promise, because I think that should be second. We talk about our shit, then we play it. So that's my video for today. Oh, honey, come over here. I want to show them. So also through that 1974 X Marshall, I'm running the Marshall Blues Breaker for drive on that guy, and which is not on right now, but it's an amazing sounding pedal. I hit it first with an OCD, which the OCD isn't doing much of anything other than hitting the face of this a little bit harder. The drive is way down. I keep it super low. I prefer the drive of the Blues Breaker more so than the OCD. Then I've got the little Echoplex next to the wine glass, which when this gets close to wine, it gets more warbly. Sounds more like an Echoplex with the wine. So that's what I do. So that's it, guys. That's my gear rundown. I'm going to tag a couple people. You got to do the same thing. You got to keep it going. Lord knows we're bored, so there's no excuse. Just put it out there, get it done. Thanks, guys.